Hey everybody, and welcome back. Today's tutorial is for this Cheshire Cat inspired Halloween look. So to start off, I pre-did my eyebrows just by coloring them down with a white NYX pencil and then filling them in with this purple shade from Maybelline and pink swoon from MAC. And then to start off the eyes, I'm taking Lorax Orchid eyeshadow and roughly applying that all over the crease area, and then making sure to start dragging that into the inner corners along the sides of the nose. And then I wanted to start adding some depth to it, so I took that same purple shade from Maybelline, I believe it's called the Legendary Lilac palette, and I started applying that to the outer corner and dragging that in through the crease. And then once I was kind of happy with that, I'm going in and just making sure everything is blended out very well with a clean blending brush. Then I took Pink Swoon from MAC and went over all of that crease area to add a little bit more pinkiness to it. Again, making sure to drag it into the sides of the nose, because we want to drag that pink color down the sides of the nose so we get that, our skin is pink type of effect. You know what's good. And then I added a little bit more of that purple shade for some more depth. You'll see me repeatedly adding this throughout the entire look. So then I went on to the cat eyeliner. So we did a nice big wing and then dragged it into the inner corner and then made sure to extend that inner corner a little bit farther to really point out that we are felines and we have a serious cat eye. Take your time when you're doing this because it's very easy to screw it up. And then you'll see me adding some more depth, but this is just a plain matte black because apparently the purple wasn't doing it for me. So I went in for a nice plain black and it worked out very well. Now for the bottom lash line, I really wanted some like stark white feature. I don't know, I really like the way this turned out. So I started off by using just a plain white kohl eyeliner and coloring in that lower lash line entirely, and then went in with a no smudge face paint from the Halloween store, and on a very fine brush traced the bottom half of that wing and then dragged that tracing all along where I applied that white kohl liner and into the inner corner where we extended our eyeliner. So I'm basically doing a skeleton of where I put that kohl liner and then filling it in with the milk pencil from NYX, which by the way is what I used to cover my eyebrows before I filled them in. Yeah, and then I set it all with just a matte white eyeshadow to make sure that nothing smudged all over the place. Added some mascara. I curled my lashes, added some mascara and some really dramatic lashes, like really dramatic, and then moved on to the mouth. So I started off by just tracing out where I want that mouth to, go along on my face, and then began to make the skeleton of this mouth. So I found this to be the easiest way. I get a kohl pencil, a black pencil, and I start tracing out where the negative space is, so where all the darkness or open spaces of the mouth will be. So where you see me coloring in the black is where that's like the open spaces between the teeth and the mouth. And the parts that are still vacant that just have my skin color, that's where the white is going to go. You do want to make sure that as you are going farther up the cheek with those teeth, they do angle in a little bit more. It's okay if you screw a few of these up. As you see, I will. You just need to kind of take your time, and it's very fixable, especially if you use a kohl liner first. So then now I'm just filling it in with a white pencil, and you'll see that I did this for so long and then I was like, screw it, because it was just blending the black together and I couldn't deal. So I went in and started doing the actual painting job. So this is no smudge face paint, like I mentioned before, from the Halloween store. They come in black and white, which is really useful. That's all you need. So with a really fine brush, I'm just starting to fill in the white first, because it's easier for you to correct white than it is for you to correct black with white, if that makes any sense. So I'm filling in all of the teeth areas first with this white paint, and this is the time where you get to correct all of your mistakes. So if you have some teeth that, weren't pointy enough for you and whatnot, this is when you get to correct that. And then after I've done this, I'm going to take the black no smudge paint and trace all of the teeth. And this is when it's really going to come together. And this is when you're going to really start seeing the definition between all of the teeth. So as I'm forming the teeth, you'll see that I'm trying to keep it pretty uniformed. I mean, you can do these teeth in whatever style you like. You can put a few missing if you want. This is just the image that I had in my mind. I felt like it looked a little bit more creepy. So you can tell that I'm keeping this in a teardrop-esque shape, all of the teeth. And like I said before, as you keep going farther up the cheek, have them leaning in towards the center of the mouth. The two front teeth in the middle of each of the upper and bottom lip are facing straight up, and then as you go along, they point more in towards the center. And another thing is the teeth that are the farthest up in your grin, those should be the smallest teeth that you have there. And the ones that are not right in the center but along the sides of those center teeth, those should be the largest. That should be the largest area because those are your vampire teeth, or your fang teeth, whatever you guys want to call them. Yeah. And then I'm starting to outline and clean up the edges of the mouth. So I'm just taking that no smudge paint, dragging it all along the mouth area and extending the outer grin. As you can see, I make a little triangle that connects the bottom and the top teeth, and then fill it in with black. And then do the same thing on the top lip. Trace the entire top lip area. This really helps to pull the whole mouth together. To me, if you leave it without this, it kind of looks a little messy. So now I'm just going to add some little features. These are our little dimples to really give off that grinning look. And then I applied this, like these lines on my chin. I ended up taking them off because I wasn't happy with it. But yeah, adding some smile lines on the bottom of the mouth and the top, just to really accentuate the fact that we're really grinning. And then I'm going to apply the whiskers. I mean, you can't be a cat without whiskers. So I did 3 little dots and then just put some thin black lines on top of them. You can keep these or you don't have to put them at all. It's completely up to you. And then I wanted to pull the whole look together by adding more pink. So I'm taking Pink Swoon again and applying it all around the mouth area and on the cheekbones and then the perimeter of the face. So all along the forehead, I'm blending it, and along the jawline, and then moved on to the tip of the nose, which I used that Pink Swoon color again. Filled in the tip of the nose, and then just took a black eyeliner and traced around it in the shape of a kitty nose. And then you're done. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Have a safe Halloween, and I will see you in my next video.